Welcome back. Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga visited the White House today. And who welcomed him? Well, Vice President Kamala Harris.
It is now my great pleasure to welcome the Prime Minister of Japan and to thank him for this visit, which is the first visit to the United States of a world leader since we came in office.
First one. It's a big deal. And initially, President Biden was nowhere to be found. He did meet with the Prime Minister later on. You can see it here. But it took a little while to get him there. This is the first foreign leader to visit the White House under Biden, as Kamala said, and he sends the VP in for the meet and greet, for the first meet. In Japanese culture, this can actually be considered an insult. According to Japan Intercultural Consulting, a global training and consulting firm that's focused on Japanese business, here's the headline. In Japan, hierarchy is no malarkey. The status relationships among various different members of the organization is a key determining factor in how they interact with each other and how they expect others to interact with them. In other words, it's very important to send a manager of the same rank to meet with a Japanese colleague. Hierarchy is no malarkey, as they said. Let's bring in our panel to talk about this. Former Trump administration senior advisor Christian Whiten and former chief of staff for the National Security Council, as well as former staff member of the House Intel Committee, Fred Fleitz. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on.
Good to be here. Thanks.
Christian, we'll start with you. Your reaction, Biden's not there when the Japanese prime minister walks in.
It's just weird. This is such a big deal because it's the first visit since President Biden, either for COVID or because he's just not up to the job, hasn't really traveled that much, hasn't traveled abroad at all. This is the first foreign leader welcomed. And usually you would have a series of events and it would sort of culminate at least in a dinner. None of that happened. Prime Minister Suga met by Vice President Harris, very unusual. And then a quick meeting with the president and senior staff, and then an expanded meeting, and then a press conference where they each took just 2 questions. That's more Chinese style than American style. Yeah. So, I think a lot of foreign leaders were trying to sum up and judge Joe Biden from this. And what they came away with was an impression of weakness and just oddity.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, actually.